The movie is Heat, which was written and directed by Michael Mann. The film follows professional criminal Neil McCauley, who is forced to try to control the rogue actions of one of the men in his crew after a major error leads to police heat on their backs. Eventually, Neil meets Edie, a beautiful woman that he can envision spending the rest of his life with. But in order to ride off into the sunset with her, he has to take down one last big heist. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Vincent Hanna works obsessively to track down McCauley as he deals with the constant chaos in his own life, including serious marital problems and the declining mental health of his stepdaughter. Neil and Vincent eventually discover a mutual respect for one another, even as they desperately try to thwart each other's plans, making it clear each of them would kill the other if they deemed it necessary. I rewatched this movie after hearing the very sad news that Val Kilmer had passed away. This is one of my favorite movies that he starred in, and I instantly wanted to give it a rewatch as a way to remember him. He is unbelievably cool as Chris Shiherlis, the long-haired, expert marksman and mechanical mind within Neil's crew. His performance is amazing. He exudes this smooth, calm, and collected demeanor during the high-stakes shootouts, but when it comes to his personal life, it's almost as if it's the complete opposite. He has a severe gambling problem, anger issues, marital troubles. He's very emotional and impulsive. But these qualities all fade away the minute any of their heists begin. In an instant, he becomes a professional, checking his baggage at the door until they've made a clean getaway. Heat is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is an action thriller at its core, but what sets this one apart from most other action thrillers is the complexity and depth of its drama. The characters are so well developed in this movie. We get a real sense of who these criminals are, what their families are like, and a clear understanding of their motivations. It's somewhat unclear who the protagonist is and who the antagonist is, with both Neil the criminal and Vincent the cop operating as two sides of the same coin, causing the lines between hero and villain to blur completely. You want both Neil and Vincent to win in the end, and part of the tragedy of this film is that this battle between them is a zero-sum game. One of them cannot win without the other losing, and they both know it. It's part of the reason they have such respect for one another and even share some camaraderie. They're both kind of lonely because no one seems to understand their all-consuming passion for their jobs. And when they meet, it's like they finally feel seen in some ways. The two men are yin and yang, in constant struggle with one another, and yet they both share personality traits of the other within them. Fun fact, this was actually the first film that had De Niro and Pacino sharing scenes together, and the result was just as outstanding as you might expect. In the film, the two iconic actors have a legendary conversation in a diner, and it is one of the greatest scenes in a movie you will ever see. The cinematography of this film is as good as it gets. Michael Mann uses the dreamy blue lights of downtown Los Angeles as much as possible to highlight some of those moments of isolation that Neil and Vincent experience, as well as just to give the film that awesome stylistic look that Mann has become known for. If you need another reason to watch this movie, the action-packed set piece of the pivotal bank heist in this film makes the movie worth the watch on its own. This amazing scene is gripping from start to finish. The sound of gunfire echoing through the streets of Los Angeles, the camera work that places you in the dead center of the action, and the scale of the scene combine to showcase Mann's unbelievable talent as a director. The whole event is incredibly grounded and screams of authenticity, with the crew moving tactically like a special forces team as they try to make their getaway. Val Kilmer's reloading of his assault rifle in this scene is actually so skillful that it's been shown at US Marine trainings to show what a perfect reload looks like while under fire. This film is without a doubt an absolute must-watch for any fan of movies out there. If you haven't seen it yet, I urge you to go see this as soon as you possibly can. It truly is an all-time great because of the caliber of the acting performances by the ensemble cast, the richness of the characters, the complex drama and thrilling cat-and-mouse game between Neil and Vincent, the flawless action sequences, and the gorgeous cinematography. You can currently catch Michael Mann's Heat streaming on Netflix, so go watch Heat. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, please share it with a friend, add a comment letting me know what you thought of this movie or what movie you think I should review next, and subscribe to my channel. I put out a movie review each week, so subscribe to stay tuned. Thanks, y'all.